we should have an appreciation from that first presentation, seeing how our breathing muscles, particularly our diaphragm, how it's linked into our hip flexors and into QL, and potentially how those breathing muscles are going to affect other muscles within the system. There's also, I want to just express and help us to understand how those breathing muscles interact with our rib cage, will affect our spine and will affect our posture, and how that will affect things like the hips and the shoulders as well. So if we have an appreciation that if I'm in a lot of extension and my rib cage is pushed forwards, that's going to affect some of the tissues in terms of the position of the diaphragm, but it's also going to have an effect on the pelvis and how the position of the pelvis is. If my diaphragm is tight, it's going to pull on the hip flexors and that's going to pull the pelvis. That will also affect then the position of my pelvis, affecting how tight my hamstrings feel. We've got some other things that your rib cage is literally linked into and connects to your thoracic spine. How well my ribs move is going to dictate how stiff, how easy my thoracic spine moves. So improving the way that I breathe and mobilizing those ribs is going to help free up the spine. Also, the position of my rib cage will affect the position of my scapulars, in that your scapula, so your shoulder blade, has to ride on your rib cage. That's the only place that it has to go. If I have my rib cage in a forward position, my scapula is going to get an altered position for it to move and glide on that rib cage. So that will affect your shoulder function and your shoulder range of motion, stability and mobility. So understanding the exercises that we're going to take you through in this course are going to have the potential to, yes, help your rib cage move and help your breathing feel better and easier, but that's going to have an effect on your spine, that's going to have an effect on your hips, your hamstrings, and on your shoulders, and even your neck as well.